Today I want to tackle one of the biggest, most monumental projects in my Minecraft survival world, and that is a literal mountain. Obviously this giant build is going to require a ton of resources, which thankfully I prepared earlier. I dug like a giant hole in my world. So I have so much dirt, so much stone, so much everything. Everything you find in the ground, I have a whole lot of it. I just need to get it all the way from my quarry to the build site. In theory, I should be able to make a couple simple little tweaks to my minecart transport system to move all these resources across. So let's get into it. All right, let's get this guy loaded up. The first chest minecart full of stone, ready to build this mountain. Just make sure that it's got a little bit of time ahead of us so we don't crash into it. In theory, this should all be one straight run, no buttons needing to be pressed. So hopefully this chest minecart should be able to just find its way. There it goes. The first challenge was right there. I made a little bypass that would go past the, I guess the area that we would stop at. And now we bypass this switch here. We go straight through. And it looks like, you can barely see it, but the chest minecart is on its way through to the train station. And it's through the door. And it's, okay, we're in business. This is great. Down we go. And now for us, we should get ejected right here. The minecart's gonna go up. It's gonna look for a spot. And then it's gonna try and leave. And we have, we have an issue. Okay. I think at this point, I'm the master of turning a small, simple job into a really big thing that takes ages. Because this, I don't know why, but this took me so long to work out. But here it is. So this is our little basement area. It's kind of undergoing some renovations. We've got our doorbell system here. Obviously, as we saw, the minecarts are going to come in full of the blocks and the resources that I need for this mountain. It's going to go in and it's going to look for an area to offload. When this is occupied, the next minecart is going to go straight past into the next one, and the next one go in the next one. So I can have up to 3 minecarts here offloading at the same time. Maybe there's an easier way to do this, but I think I need to put some powered rails here just so when they go to leave and go to this cactus, they'll get broken, go into this hopper. I just don't think they have enough momentum to get all the way back here. So we'll swap that out in a second. But yeah, this is it. This is the basement. It's coming along slowly. I think if this is working, we should have stone loading into this chest here. Not very fast, but it's going to work in its own time. So that is great. I'm very excited. I actually love it down here. I think I might be a cave guy. But to get out here, we've got 2 options. We've got a staircase that goes up here to the regular area, which actually, let's check this out. All I did to modify this was I got rid of the staircase that went down to the basement, and it's now a minecart track, and we just flip this lever. So currently, if I flip it this way, that's storage mode, and when it's this way, this is just the normal way that we go in. We get dropped off here. It disposes the minecart. When I press this button here, it calls one, and we head out. So I love this so much. I love how functional it is. But anyway, one of the main entrances that I've been using to get in and out of my basement is this ladder here, which I use so much, and it's really slow. So I had this idea that maybe I can just put in like a toggleable bubble elevator real quick. I want it to be a magma column most of the time. So when I'm at the top, I want it to pull me down. When I come in this way, I want it to switch and push me up. So I want a little trigger here. So when I step on the pressure plate, it's going to switch them. But I'm going to need to put in some pistons to move the blocks. Do a little one of these pulse extender guys right here. Boom, boom. Send it to here. And we'll do one little line across here so that we can power this piston. Just a little slow, couple ticks of delay. Okay, it's not perfect, but I think that will work just fine. I think it holds just long enough to be able to push us up to the top. Cool. Okay, that's functional, I guess. That's pretty functional. It's I don't know, it's way faster to get up and down. As I was working on that, I noticed one thing, and that is that I haven't filled in the map in a while. We've got this giant field here, which now contains this greenhouse. So I thought, let's quickly fill in the map. I didn't realize how big it was, but seeing it on the map, it is gigantic compared to everything else. Jeez. This mountain is getting real big, so walking up takes so long. We're going to take Moonlight, which is not a bad option at all. We got this big old winding road. heading up. We've built a lot on this mountain already. I'm really proud of everything so far. I think it's looking great, but there's still so much to do. I think so far we've built about 30%. 30%, maybe even less actually, maybe like more like 25, 20. Today I would like to try and get this closer to something like a 75, 80%, which is a lot. And to help visualize that, we're gonna start laying out the road here with some orange wool to try and visualize the twists and the turns of the road and see where we're gonna go with this. I don't think my pinky has worked this hard in its entire life. This is terrifying. I ran out of wool. Look how far we've come though. This is not safe. This is not safe. Do you know what else isn't safe? Running along a 1 block wide path, 100 blocks in the air. Not that it was any safer back down on the ground. It was dark and full of monsters. I definitely think I'm gonna have to put in a few more light sources to keep this area safe. But now I had a plan of how this terraforming project was going to evolve with all its twists and turns. On a completely unrelated note, one thing I noticed while I was building out that path was that over here in my wool farm, I have a problem. This thing is just like chock-a-block. There's not even that many chests there. There's like, what, 3 double chests? This is probably my oldest farm, I think. I might have built the wheat field earlier, but I'm pretty sure this is like my oldest farm in this world. The storage just overflows. I'm pretty sure there's nothing. Okay, we've got one more thing left. I just want to do something to this real quick before we get started on the rest of the mountain. I just want to fix the storage. Surely that's just a simple little job, right? Right? It's quite easy to forget how long it takes to get enough wheat to make that many hay bales. It's a lot. It's a lot of hay. But we got it done. And I forgot that I changed it. Now I'm okay. Well, see ya, I guess. Just due to the fact that there's 16 different colors of wool and each of them need chests and sorters and everything, this turned out to be a lot bigger than I was expecting it to. But here we go. Now we've got all of the different wool colors organized into, I guess, chests that will sort them eventually, but it's not quite finished. We need to hook this up to the actual farm because currently it's completely detached. There's a little upstairs. Probably not going to do anything up here. So to connect them, I got to dig a little hole here. So originally the little offloading system for the minecart was right here. We're going to connect it right up there. So it's going to offload the wool there, and then that's going to go inside the storage room and filter into different chests. Now we just bridge across here, connect it right up to this point here, put down a couple rails. I think we might need a powered one here. Add a little bit of redstone. We flip the lever, and now I think this is all working. So let's give it a test. We're going to put the minecart up here. It's going to go into the wool farm. We're going to wait for it. It's going to come out here. There it goes. It's going off and it's offloading. The light's going to turn off when it's offloading. And then it's going to go back on when it's finished unloading. Turns out there's quite a lot of wool in there. Oh, I actually totally forgot. I added another thing. Check this out. What is this? This right here is my very own, I guess, like disposal system or like rubbish bin. If an item comes in that cannot be filtered into any of the wool chests, it gets put into this dropper here and it's going to get shot out. And actually, I need one more thing. Hold up. Need one of these. Okay, so let's dig this block out here. I'm going to put a cactus on top. Everyone knows that cactuses are the most OP blocks. You know, they destroy everything. You throw a block at it and it's gone forever. Could be your armor, could be your diamonds. They're gone. Then you can never get them back. And so what I did is just added like a little cactus here, which will act as the rubbish bin. So any blocks I don't want filtered in here, they'll get shot out. So if somehow I pass away and my armor, I die and my armor ends up on the minecart track, it's going into that cactus. I actually didn't think about that till now. Let's give it a little test. I'm just going to drop a whole stack of dirt right there. And the minecart, there it goes. It's picked it up. It's going to start offloading it. We'll see if it actually works. I think this probably needs to be a bit higher too. I think the droppers might just overshoot it. There it goes. Okay, so the success rate of the rubbish bin is quite low so far. We're getting like every, oh no, it's kind of like 2 and 3. Okay, that was like almost all of them. It's kind of like a 2 out of 3 success rate. I think I gotta make the cactus a bit taller. But other than that, I'm stoked. I love it. Okay, a little bit more and let's line it up right there. It is time to build a mountain. I'm out here in this forest trying to see where this new path leads to, where it's gonna wind up, and I figured out if we were to build to that point, this is how far away from our current build progress that we've got to build out to. So it's not too bad. It's pretty far. It's pretty far. The scariest thing is that this is really high. Like, I'm pretty sure that's about a stack of block size, 64 blocks-ish tall, which means that every block away from this point here is going to be about 60 blocks. It's going to be about a stack of blocks for every block that we move in this direction, if that makes sense. That is a little bit scary. It's pretty scary, but I think it's going to be okay. And I know that's the price you got to pay if you want a mountain in your backyard. And one of the tricks that I'm going to be using to try and save on blocks, it's not really a trick, but as you can see, we've got these soft gradual slopes on the edges. And then here we've got some big, steep, rocky cliffs. This is the cheap version. If you just go straight up, you use less blocks than if you curve into it. So as we get around the side of the mountain here, we're probably going to go away from these smooth, gradual transitions into some more steep cliffs. Speaking of big, steep cliffs, I think the best place to start for this mountain is over here at the river. I think the move is to build out the rest of these like overhanging cliffs and the sort of path where the river's going to lead to, all the way up to that point there, which is going to be a nice bridge. All right, everybody, check this out. We got a river stepping its way up the mountain all the way up to this point here, but it is looking sick. If you remember when we built this first little portion here, we hit a little cave behind it, which was intended to open up to a bit of a cave system. I've sketched out some paths of where I think these tunnels could go. They'll probably change because, as you can see, there is so much room underneath the mountain here. So why not stretch out into the abyss? But for now, this is what we got. And this tunnel leads us from this bottom level up to the second level, and it comes out here right between the sort of cracks in these overhanging cliffs. And maybe we'll add some more tunnels on the other sides, but for now, we've just got the one here, and that brings us up to this level here. Again, lots of detailing to do still, but I'm loving this. And as you can see behind this one as well, there's even more tunnels that stretch out the back here. Where will they go? I don't know, but this is where they go for now. And up the top here, as we round the bend, we've got this amazing view out this side, which will probably get covered up at some point. And this is where the path is going to continue up the mountain. But right now, we need a bridge. This is not a safe way to get up the mountain. So let's get it. I'm just going to copy the design from this bridge that I added down the bottom there up to here, but it's going to be like a bigger version of it. We'll start by adding in a couple big long supporting logs, and then we'll get rid of this wool. Don't need that anymore. Let's then add like a bit of a pattern that goes down the middle that will alternate between stripped logs and some stairs. A little break to enjoy the sunset. And of course, safety second. Let's just add like a little bit of lighting so we can pretend that we're being safe. Forget what I said about safety. There's no safety. All right, how we looking? Okay, looking like a bridge. Looking like a bridge. All right, so now as far as mountains are concerned, we've got a lot of middle, but the edges, the sides are seriously lacking. We're really missing quite a lot of build on this side. And this side, I mean, it's marginally better, but we're still missing a lot. We're still missing so much. So it's time to lock in, it's time to focus and get this mountain built. Oh boy. Oh no. Why did no one tell me? Why did no one tell me building a mountain was gonna be so much work? I'm just kidding. I knew it was gonna be a lot of work, but boy, it is a lot of work. I'm so stoked though, it's getting there. Look at this, we got a whole big chunk. I really wanted to do some more on this left side, but I am out of blocks. I'm out of gas, but this is insane. This is so cool. We've finally got the river leading all the way up to that point there. I'm gonna zoom in, check it out. We've got the bridge as well. And we're finally sort of getting these cliffs up into the sky. There's still a lot more to go. This is kind of like, maybe the bridge is kind of like halfway. I don't know if I've said that already. Boy, this is gonna take a while. This is gonna be so incredibly cool when it's done though. I'm so inspired right now. I'm so fired up to keep working on it. You know, sometimes you make like a little bit of progress on a build and you get to sort of look at it and you can see the vision. You can see where it's going. And we've had a lot of vision for a long time, but seeing this big chunk of progress really got me motivated. But yeah, the underside of the mountain is getting huge. It's an entirely different world down here. It makes me really want to just start building caves and all sorts of crazy stuff under here. But yeah, this other side that we've just worked on, insane. So the underside of the mountain is definitely gonna have to be filled up with something. But look at that. That is a massive chunk done. It's crazy to think that as we ride up here, this right around the corner, this is where it used to be at the start of this video. And I could look down at the river, except that my horse's big head's covering it up. But now it winds all the way up here. Almost like doubled the path length, doubled the height as well, I guess. This is sick. This is so cool. And now we've got this incredible view of the world, or at least part of it. The rest is just cut off because my render distance is too low. It's either that or I need my glasses. There's still so much to do, but that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.